Hey, hey, hey! What's going on? Not quite ready yet. I'm actually gonna take a moment to move this back. You like it? This is the flip. I love the flip. You're first. Hopefully not last. I've been having these cybers sitting around for a day or two, just out. I'm afraid a cat will decide that they're toys. Oh, where's the music? Where is the music? Thank you for that. Let's see. How do I do this now? I had it all up. Is there music? There should be music now. Link? Link what? Oh, I was trying to use, there's a thing that was built in, or that was bolted on for Soundstripe music. It's supposed to play music for you all. Let me see. Or how about this? There's got to be a way for me to do this. Everybody does this, like, every day. Well, I'm not doing any soldering today, but I am gonna do a solder stream so that people can see how embarrassingly bad I am at soldering. Let's go ahead and get on some close-up glasses. Soldering. Soldering. We all like soldering, right? How's everybody doing today? Escape. So, I mean, keyboards, guitars, they're all musical instruments, right? No. So I'm trying to get this out of my way so that I have more room, because the QK100 takes up a bit of space. Tried to do it this morning before I left for work, but I was a bit strapped for time. Control! More control! So, Plastic Bits, have you tried the caramel lattes before? They're the ones that I'm going to be installing on the QK100 today. I know you haven't, End of Greatness. At least, I doubt it. But, who knows? I'm pretty excited about it because, well, A, new switches, and I'm always excited by new switches. You haven't tried the HMX Caramel Latte switches. I think they're HMX. They might be Huano. I forget. I forget now. You know, in all your keyboards. Alright, so that did not work out. Let's try this. No, it can't be. It's gotta be a 4. Well, we should fix that at some point. Get you a real keyboard. A keyboard's keyboard. Maybe we can get you one from Keyboard. I don't even know if he does commissions. What keyboard are you using now? Is it a Dell or is it the... You use pretty much every button, but most people don't use 3 of the buttons that are on your normal keyboard. And so you don't need those. Give me 1 second and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So the when you think about your keyboard, like I said, there's 3 keys that are on a full-size keyboard that nobody ever touches, and one of those keys, whenever you touch it, actually makes your typing experience worse. And they're on here. Let's see, what am I missing? Besides you. And there you are. Okay. Right? That's one of them. Pause button. Scroll lock. Unless you're using a KVM, you're not using your scroll lock button. And insert. Insert is the worst key ever. Because nobody really uses insert anymore. They just overwrite. They don't want to overwrite. They just insert stuff. And so if you're, whenever you hit insert by accident, you are start overwriting instead of inserting letters, and you end up cursing your keyboard. And really, it's just insert's fault. So, the solution to this is not in here. That is a story for a different time. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow. Ashley, VTuber2. So, on your full-size keyboard, and I'm going to go ahead and disconnect my flip, and we'll put you back here carefully. Okay. So this is the QK101. This is a full-size keyboard. However, instead of this third row, which would normally be these guys, you have a screen and a little light thing. So instead of having your, you have print screen, and then you can have home and page up here, and then delete and page down. So you get rid of the 3 keys that nobody uses. You actually have these 2 keys that you can assign to whatever. These are currently assigned to play, pause, and mute. But yeah, full-size keyboard. And hot. Ready for this? It's dirty, but awesome. This is not the keyboard that we are going to be changing today, because with the exception of the spacebar, which I'm going to make a small edit to, for the most part, this is a really nice sounding keyboard. And I guess, I mean, I've also talked to one other person who said that they use insert. I have to admit I'm dubious, but I am willing to admit that it's possible that you have a use case that uses insert. But usually people, this slightly smaller keyboard is the keyboard that we will be working with today. And this is the QK100. So, instead of the layout, the full-sized layout, this is a more abbreviated layout, which makes the keyboard somewhat smaller. I still have a screen. But this has basically all of those same keys, just kind of moved over a little bit, that I was talking about. So you still don't have your insert. And, you know, you've got the black weight on the bottom. Ignore my dirty things right here. But this is really, really lovely keyboard. I really like it. However, I am less than thrilled with my switches on here right now. So, for that, we are going to be installing these. They arrived today. What didn't arrive today I mean, Winamp really whips the llama's ass, so I know exactly why you use it. I'm just saying. So here is the switch. It's the caramel latte. It has a light diffuser that will not come into play on this keyboard, but if it doesn't work out on here, it's possible that these will end up on something else. We're going to scooch you over. We'll need one of you in a little bit. And we'll need you now. So, move you out of the way. So the switches that are on here are Huano Aries gift switches. And they're not bad by any stretch of the imagination. They just are not working on here, so they'll probably end up on another board. Because I like them. They just, for some reason, the combination of this keyboard with these keycaps and then those switches just bring a sound that is not for me. So when I'm doing rebuilds for keyboards where the plate is not secure to the plate, which is this PC polycarbonate piece here, is not attached at all to the PCB below it. I do them in pairs of rows or single rows. In this case, we're going to do it in pairs of rows. So that basically it uses friction to keep it all together. So we don't want the plate shifting around. And we're just going for it today. I don't know what the caramel lattes sound like. We're just going to find out together. And if I need to, you know, pivot, we can always do that as well. But I have a good feeling. I got a good feeling about the caramel lattes. Notice the Aries gift switches also have a light diffuser that was not used in this keyboard. All right, night stabs. I'm not a big fan of the night stabs, even though I'm a huge fan of the Paigu Maze stupid stabs. They're just, to me, they're just not as good. I know some people are like, the night stabs are better, but they're wrong. They're just wrong. Let's go with Rainbow, because I've not yet mastered the art of taking out switches akimbo. Although that seems fun. Yes, when I initially start, and then I kind of go into a stream of consciousness, but the first thing I always type are, hey, I like keyboards. Funnily enough, I always type, hey, I like keyboards. Or heya, I like keyboards. That's actually what it is. So, as opposed to some streamers will just type the same characters over and over in kind of a random fashion. Yeah, there's actually something I'm typing, and I'll mess it up often and just keep going. So, there's that as well. All right. Is there any markings on the top that tell me? These are Huano, the caramel lattes, which are fine. Again, I'm hoping that they are different enough from the Aries gift that I like them. But I like them in here anyway. Because I found that Huano switches are really nice. Even though it's Huano, which is literally one letter off from being guano. Which, for whoever doesn't know, that's bat poop. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, hold on. Let's go back here. Oh, except for I'll need... Does it add? Did it add? Do I have it? I don't have it. I don't know if that's going to come through. We'll see. Although it's kind of funny that, you know, guano, guano, brown switches, although they're not browns because they're linear. So is the music coming through at all? Ooh, wait. I know how to do that. Wait a minute. Alright, I'm gonna need y'all both to hold on to your horses. Oh, okay. Well, then I just won't mess with it. I'm just not gonna mess with it. I'm just gonna go with it. If it's coming through, kinda in the background. Then hey, I finally have music on my stream. Entertain me! I'm installing switches, so yeah. Not exactly sure how entertaining that's gonna be, but let's find out. But welcome. Doing this in pairs of rows at a time, because that's how I roll. And we're just going for it. I did not test these switches to see how they would sound. I have faith, like George Michael would say. And then if I need to pivot, I'm going to pivot. And by pivot, I mean... I don't know what I mean. Not sure what I'll put in here instead. What do we have? No? I'm not moving the couch upstairs. Just trying to think of what good switches would go in here. Maybe I need to go old school. Some Akko CS Snow Blue Grays. If these switches do not work out. Bless you, cat. I don't know which cat that was. Probably Liam. I do not have Kalashogans. I think I have... I don't have any Vala supply because that's not a real thing. Or at least it was not a real thing by the time I got there. Much to my chagrin, because I wanted those Elfheim keycaps. Maybe I can find them aftermarket. Somebody's gotta hate them. Yeah, there were a couple of keycap sets that Vala Supply had that I really wanted, and the Elfheim I actually ordered right as they were beginning to do their exit move, and so I ended up reversing the charge, and I had never seen a charge reversal get processed so quickly than the Vola supply one. It's as if PayPal was like, "Oh, here you go, hell come." Which is for anybody who doesn't know, that is a reference to the Project Runway. The one where they make the clothes, not the one where they're fashion models. With Tim Gunn. There was a guy who didn't speak a lot of English, and he said that, and my girlfriend and I kind of latched onto it because it's hilarious. Oh, here go hell come. Ooh. Let's go to in Trapta. Let's see, what do I got? I got smoothies, of course. Like I said, the CS Snow Blue Grays. I think I have some KTT Gold Pro Reds. B-Sun. I still have those K1s, but they kind of need to have their leaves lubed or something, because I keep getting some leaf ping from them. Which I do, and maybe this is a thing. Maybe somebody who's in the channel knows. Is that just like a thing that happens with full PC switches, where they have leaf ping or ping like that? Because that is what's happening. I have Mirandy, but for as much as I used to like Mirandy switches, I just don't anymore. I don't know why. Maybe I'm a snob. Maybe now I've finally become a Switch snob. Lost and gone forever. Don't need it. So the QK100 is not VIA compatible. It does require the QK config software in order to work. So as opposed to the newer keyboards like the QK101, which uses a web configurator that is a derivative of VIA. The QK100 uses its own thing. And its own thing being 10 times better than the Zoom 98's thing, which it supports VIA for the alphas and stuff, but you have to use its phone app if you want to change the image on the screen, and then there's a separate application you need if you want to connect any of the extra features to it, which is dumb. I must resist my urge to type on it. We're all going to learn together when I'm done. When I'm done. Apparently I was not entertaining. Damn it. All right, last pair of rows. Knock these out. Like Mama said, you know, Mama said knock you out. That's right. LL Cool J rap joke. Because I'm street. I grew up on the mean streets of Metairie, Louisiana, where Steven Seagal was my sheriff. Apparently true story. Because he joined the JP Sheriff's Department way, way back when I was still in high school. I mean, that's certainly true. Everyone does have a plan until they get punched in the mouth. I would expect that being punched in the mouth would give one a moment of clarity. I've not been punched in the mouth since I was in junior high school. Unless you count my girlfriend. Don't ask. Come on. Do the thing. You also need to do the thing. Let's go here. Let's go around the shift. And then try the shift. Oh, or, because I always forget this, the QK100 shift key, for whatever reason, oh, I know why, because it does a split, it'll do a split left shift, so the left shift is inverted. Go in. Or not. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Nope. I must be thinking of somebody else. I don't know. There's one of my keyboards where well, actually there's more than one, that I always forget that the left shift is splittable. Splitrific. Splitacular. Split ends! Not the hair, obviously. The band. So here in the Denver area, we went from like super cold and occasionally with snow, and like now it's the 70s. The weather, not the point in time. All right. And 2 to grow on. 1 and 2. They're very crisp. So I got the caramel lattes because I heard good things. And we're going to see. We're going to learn together whether or not this was a good or a bad purchase. So these days I kind of expect my switches to be good stock. Is that wrong of me? Am I expecting too much from my switches these days? They should just be good out of the box. And spacebar. Okay. Oh, go there. Don't scratch my. And all right, so this is the QK100 with guano caramel latte switches, and these are the WinMix Space Cadet dual shot PBT keycaps. So let's see how this thing sounds. right. Any thoughts? I think they're all right. Maybe it needs different keycaps. What do I have available? Let's think about this for a sec. That's what we're gonna do. Now I bet that if I had done this in the first place, that the Aries gift switches would also be all right, but well, at least the switches are really grabbing on to the plate as opposed to the one that we were doing yesterday. Oh, well, yeah. I expect that from this upper corner because this upper corner can be a stabilized 2U switch up in the corner. I don't know for what purpose it would serve, but let's take a journey into sound. You know, because sound, keyboards, get it? It's a music joke. Come back. I should have said, make sure y'all remember that sound, because we're going to see what we can do with a little bit of die sub. Put a little die sub in your key. A little bit of lube is what you need. Maybe change the spring to bring some flair. Be sure to brush to get rid of hair. We could do that. I think that's not the way I want to go. We could actually go DCX Cyber. We can go MT3 Cyber. But I think first, and we could also go GMK. Hashtag, but first. Let's go with your friend and mine that will actually match this current colorway of the keyboard with the switches, the brown and beige switches, and the navy. And we're going to go Tsukimi. Tsukimi. I think this is going to be it. It's going to be fire. If you have never bought a set, every set comes with a specific little card graphic that represents the set itself. Very nice. Also comes with a sticker that is specific to the colorway of the keyboard. But yeah. These are the Huano Caramel Latte switches. I replaced the Huano Aries gift switches, but now I think that I just needed to put on a different keycap set. So we're gonna go with, yeah, some Tsukimi Osume keycaps. Oh, Osume Tsukimi keycaps. And yeah, that is, I think it'll match not only the colorway of the keyboard itself, which is navy and black, but then it also matches the colorway of the switches, which for some reason is important to me because I'm insane. Like our prices. How are you doing today, Yippee? You having a good one? By the way, the Tsukimi set, which is on, which is also being phased out. Shop smart, shop smart. This is my boomstick. This keycap set, which is being phased out, has probably the worst kitting of any Osume keycap set that I have seen. Weird, but true. It is missing, for instance, the stepped caps. It has a single color for the spacebar, and it's just weird. I think it's just an early gen set, which is why. When I say it only has one color spacebar, I mean for the 7U. Because the 6.25U, there is the beige as well as the white. But either way, I'll probably use the white. The what? But maybe not. Yeah. What am I doing? I always do that with this set. It also puts the things in the wrong thing. Page up. much. It also doesn't have any alternate colors for your tilde or backslash keys. But it's got that small R3 backspace, so that's cool. I put it right here. After I get done doing this, I was going to try removing all the foams from my QK80 Mk2 and see how that worked out with the Y3 switches. Actually, I'll probably leave the plate foam in, but take out the PE sheet and the case foam. So I take it you're a big fan of the QK80 Mk2. You're enjoying your experience with it. Has there been anything that you've noticed that is weird or odd that maybe I hadn't? Because overall, the QK80 has been one of my favorite finds. By find, I mean everybody knows about it. Of recent times, I've really enjoyed using it. The one weird thing that I noticed was the fact that the way the top case comes down, it removes most of the bounce from the leaf spring gaskets. I love their via offshoot configurator. I think that it is probably one of my favorite things. Yeah, I just don't know why. It just, I mean, I know why. I just, like, it has so much bounce when you don't have the top of the case on. I'm like, wow, this is so nice. I love this. But I gotta put it back together. I guess I don't have to, but I do. So funny story, this is actually the keyboard I purchased. Oh, I forgot to put a spacebar on it. This is actually the keyboard that I purchased this set for. I got it secondhand, because I get everything secondhand. And then I proceeded not to use it on here. And I used it on other keyboards, just not this one. I mean, that's a way to go, I guess. I mean, that magnet for the screen is strong enough that it would probably keep the keyboard reasonably together. Were they in there? They were. Come back. We're gonna start going backwards. Does anybody remember Schoolhouse Rock besides me? Yes, yes, it is that strong. It will pull out the PCB with it. And that is all back together. Put you back in. Make sure you don't catch. Put you back in your thing. All right, so this is the QK100 full foam PC plate with the Huano caramel latte switches and Osume Tsukimi keycaps. Let's do a quick sound test, see how we like it. I don't know. There's something about that space bar. Question is it the switch? Is it something else? I think it's those night stabs. Gosh darn night stabs. I think that's my own fault for using night stabs. Night stabs are the devil. Maybe not. Because that's fine. Hang with me for a second, everybody. I'll be right back. I always do that. All right, I had a thought. I had a thought of deep navy. Kind of going the other way. I'm not sure. Might not be the way to go. Not deep navy. My other thought was KTT hyacinth. I mean, that's pretty good. Let's throw some hyacinths in D and F. Let's do a comparison. All right, so we have the caramel lattes, the deep navies, and the hyacinths. Oh, I think it's going to be hyacinths. I think they win. They always win. KTT hyacinths, by the way, especially for the cost, are some of the best switches around. If you have not tried them, I highly recommend picking some up. They're so choice. Yeah. But what are your all's opinions? What do y'all think about that comparison? Bouncy. And again, this is full foam, so let me just say the QK100 was known for its bounce, and I'm here for it. One last thing, just because I gotta. Smoothies. The Adept loves smoothies. Those are the hyacinths. These are the caramel lattes and the smoothies. Nope, I'm still going towards the hyacinths. What do y'all think? Any thoughts? Prayers? Feelings? Gonna put in the whole row. You can go there. And you can GTFO. You can wait 1 second in the GTFO. The strawberry bears are downstairs. I think they're actually. I think they're on a keyword somewhere. See, I brought it back to keyboards anyway. Ha! Ha ha! That'll learn you. Now you're cooking with Koopa. That is a reference to the Super Mario Brothers cartoon from the 90s with Captain Lou Albano. Hold, please. That's better. Probably have to improve it a little bit more later. Well, let's just do this. Let's just do it. I'll need to get another container. I'm running out of desk space. So needless to say, the Monsgeek keyboard did not show up today. And so, but the caramel lattes did. Unfortunately, the caramel lattes weren't that great. At least not to me. I don't know how everybody else feels about them. But I think that is like 10 times better sound than the caramel lattes. Let's go take a look at this guy. And oh wait, hang on. Turn it, just ignore that guy. Since I'm taking apart a keyboard, I'm not gonna go ahead and load up everything so I can ban him. Unless I have to. Besides, why would I want to pay for viewers? I got you guys. Y'all are the best. Oh, hey. Did forget to put my music back on. There we go. A little more lo-fi for you all. So I think I mentioned that Fox is going to be sending me their Inky 75 for a review. So that should be here by next week. So hopefully that'll be possibly one of the 2 keyboards that I'm going to work on next, not this Sunday, which will be the Monsgeek, which should be here by then. But the following Sunday, I am going to be looking at that Cat Universe keyboard from AliExpress, the 65% with a knob. And then I will be looking at the that's interesting. So we have no spellcaster, but the DM says that he doesn't think it's going to be it's not going to be that big a deal. I just don't know. I always am concerned when there's no spellcaster in the party, like arcane spellcaster. Maybe Jignate. I don't know. I want him to do whatever he wants. But my character is a rogue. Rogue swashbuckler noble who left his family Grave Domain has arcane spellcasting. He was kind of the third in line, and kind of the family screw up. Mostly because because everybody else was busy doing political maneuvering. He's actually very smart. He just doesn't care. So he knows all about nobility, but doesn't play the game. And a human, for, once. I really had to fight the urge not to make them a halfling. Because it seemed like it was halfling time. Especially if I was bringing a rogue. I'm like, no, no! You should have everything you need in the campaign. I think the campaign is still connected to Ox's account, and Ox has basically every book. It is almost always halfling time. I think I'm saving the halfling for a bard. But I didn't do bard because of the campaign, because of the restrictions against magic, which is why I went rogue instead. But I am looking forward to the game next week. I'm actually looking forward to the games next week. You're not involved in the other one, but... You may need to go into the campaign, which should be pinned to the Discord channel. Oh, well, Foundry should have all the books as well. I will look into that, because I thought I dropped every book into there. Well, it's possible that he either canceled his subscription too because, you know, don't play D&D. Everybody out there, play Pathfinder instead. Or, better yet, play Cypher System, which is a much more flexible system and generally just better. But if you're going to play a D20 based Dungeons and Dragons like game, play Pathfinder 2nd edition. Because, or I mean, I guess you could steal, but it still facilitates this mindset of people playing Dungeons and Dragons. When really, I mean, Dungeons and Dragons had its day. Its day was when there was something called THAC0. Alright, and 3.5. 3.5 was good. I'll get 3.5. It's props. But there has not been a good version of D&D. Well, 5 was alright. I can't really diss 5 except for when you start to get into the when you start getting into some of the game balance things, game balance is a little whacked. Anyway, but that's what we're playing, at least for now. I still would like to change, but it seems like you and Jignate are not wanting to change only because of inertia, and that makes sense. And Tony would have to learn a new system, and he says he's all right with that, but and I know he is, because really his game is all about the story. He could really not care about the game system, the framework that he plays it in. Oh yeah, he is. I mean, he is and he isn't. He is lazy about some things, but then the man will go and dig up his entire backyard to put in his own shed. So it's not like he's actually lazy. Like, I'm actually lazy. Well, about some things. And forgetful. Like, I forgot how good hyacinths are on my QK100. But I'm gonna fix that. Because, let me tell you, hyacinths, they're kind of goated. Like, all of them. V1, V2, V2U. Similar, but completely different from my girlfriend. I will sing their praises from on high. Because they're a cheap, good sounding switch, just like the Y3s. They're different. I mean, sound wise, they're different, but as far as the sound quality and the feel of these guys, they're really nice. So, I do recommend Hyacinth. If you haven't tried them, again, go pick some up. They're like $2.80 per pack of 10. So that's pretty cheap. They're not $2.30 per pack of 10 like Y3s are. But you stay there. You also stay there. So I don't know that I'm going to get to the QK80 Mk2 today. I think once I finish this, I think I'm going to end up wrapping up the stream because I have some housework to do. Oh, nope. Although, End of Greatness, I guess you would know more about Jake than I would, considering you've known him much longer. Alright, man. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it, as always. I am going to be streaming again on Sunday. Again, it'll be the Mons Geek M1V5 TMR, which is a Hall effect keyboard that does mechanical switches and can mix and match. We're going to be exploring that, and it sounds awesome, and I can't wait for it to get here, and I wish it would have gotten here today. But it didn't. As a matter of fact, Sunday might be a big stream for me. Okay. Oh, right. I already switched that. I can't believe I did that. So stupid. All right. Home stretch here. We got this. So, if you're curious as to why a couple of these guys just don't make the cut, it's because I had used these hyacinths in a keyboard that had a very restrictive plate, and it did not want to release the hyacinths, and so some of them got a little munched. So I only use them in cases of emergencies. Which this should not be. We have plenty. No, like that. I said we have plenty. So your character's just going to be drunk all the time? Is that what I'm hearing? Oh. Lost and gone forever. Oh no, there you go. Alright. I'm pretty sure that Tony's gonna let you do whatever it is that you want, as long as it's something you enjoy. Alright. So we've replaced the Caramel lattes with hyacinth. They don't match anymore, but that's fine. I'll live with it. And let's take a quick sound test. Yeah, I think this is a much cleaner sound. But what do you think? I think with that, I'm going to take a pull of my Coke Zero. Not sponsored, although Coke Zero wants to sponsor me, I would take it. And yeah. So that's the keyboard. Let me know what you think about it. Reach out to me on social media, and I think we're going to wrap it up here. So thanks to everybody who joined me. If you're still here, thanks to everybody who joined me who's not here. Thanks to everybody who watches this on the video on demand or whatever, on YouTube or wherever you finer streams are sold or watched or whatever. And with that, I will talk to you all later. And I hope you have a great rest of your week. And I will see you all on Sunday.